You say your last goodnight. Say your last goodnight.
The time for playing is over. It's been over, but it's really over.
Say your last goodnight.
Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength.
What is it?
They just think there's going to be another explosion. Frank?
There might be another plane coming.
Move it! Come on! Move it back up!
So far, that hasn't happened. I'm not saying it can't, but it seems unlikely. As a former KGB guy, Putin is already pretty paranoid about his safety. So this could just be propaganda designed to make Putin even more isolated and distrustful of his inner circle.
Pro-democracy demonstration.
Wolves hiding nearby.
Did you hear the explosion from your position?
Yes, we did.
Investigative reports that these two plane crashes are the result of foul play. There is a report here by the Associated Press of a possible plane hijacking.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're looking at a live picture from Washington, and there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon. It would appear that there has been another major explosion, this one in the nation's capital. You are looking at a scene of apparent blast aftermath. There is smoke in the air over the Pentagon.
I just saw the smoke come up, and the explosion shook the house clear over here. They ran one into the Pentagon and into the World Trade Center, and we're watching it on TV, and this one happened.
There is another very important phase of warfare. It has as its target not the body, but the mind of the enemy. These are the PsyWar soldiers.
The peaceful pro-democracy demonstration in China.
Haven't heard much talk about it, have you? But it's all being done. It's all being backed up by executive action. It's all being done not just through executive orders, but also the president just dictates what he wants his administration to do.
Today, we've had a national tragedy. Two airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
We wasn't really hearing a whole lot. We were really relying on the news media at this point to hear what the next steps were going to be.
I have spoken to the Vice President, to the Governor of New York, to the Director of the FBI, and I've ordered that the full resources of the federal government go to help the victims and their families.
And of course, I was monitoring the president's actions.
I want to bring up a couple of points right now, if I may. We have just been told that President Bush has been informed of this incredible tragedy happening in New York. He did have an event scheduled at 9:30 this morning, which we were going to cover here. He has just canceled that event. We expect he will probably have some comments fairly soon, and we will bring those to you live the moment that we understand he is available.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a difficult moment for America.
You know, as the day went on, as hours went by, the depth of the situation really started sinking in. And the big question was, you know, is there something more going to happen? You know, I knew I wasn't really sure what the next thing to happen was going to be. And, you know,
And to conduct a full-scale investigation to hunt down and to find those folks who committed this act.
Target of psychological warfare is against the enemy's mind.
It is words and ideas.
Ammunition used by PsyWar.
Its mission is to influence the thoughts of the enemy soldiers.
All the American flags were sold out.
Across the nation, flags have been flying off the shelves.
So, it's a tragic role that they are playing because of the tremendous pain and suffering and dying. And I think Zelensky is basically following the right policies by saying, I want to have living heroes. I prefer living heroes to dead heroes. So we should be very grateful to what they are doing for us.
I've probably gone to 8 or 9 places. There are no flags.
Walmart sold 200,000 yesterday and put more on order today. Ever since the disaster, a wave of patriotism has been spreading across America.
America is united. We are strong. We are stronger than ever.
Let's just get back. Get back.
A large plane, it could be a 727 right there, maybe even bigger, flying right into the side of the World Trade Center. And now you have to move from talk about a possible accident to talk about something deliberate, talk about something deliberate, something deliberate, deliberate.
And to conduct a full-scale investigation
Do or die.
to hunt down and to find those folks who committed this act.
Something deliberate.
But when they opened it back up and I had to go to Prudential Securities for a business meeting, and I've always caught the train over to there just because of traffic congestion, parking, things of that nature. When they opened the path back up and I was on the PATH train, and the PATH train's stops, one of the last stops to get to Prudential Securities was across the street from the towers. We were on the train, and as we were on the train and it entered the station, it was like being in a grave, because it was concrete and it was metal still hanging from where the towers hit. So they cleaned it out enough to let the PATH train go through. But being on the train, you were inside of that area, and it's like riding through an open grave for thousands of people.
It does feel like something is ending. Like we're awakening from a dream. The closing of a chapter, one where, for a while,
we really did have everything, didn't we?
To start, you're completely missing the point, and everything you think is actually at odds with reality when you look at the data.
And boy has it ruffled some feathers to dive into a complex societal issue.